Okay, so I just got done watching some crazy ass video talking about like how they were talking about how DNA testing should be. What would how did they say it? Because I wrote it down so I could talk about this. DNA test should be banned. I didn't want to word it wrong because I didn't want to say something stupid like outlawed or something. And just in my opinion, I just thought this was funny as hell because the fact of the matter is she's crying because her baby daddy went out of his way to get the he went out of his way to get the paternity test and to figure out if it is his child or not, and he wanted to make sure that yes, this is his child, and which I do understand. Hey, like I want to know if that's my child or not too, especially if there was some suspicious type shit going on. But the thing that gets me about it is how she's sitting there, she was crying, and I wrote it down, not every single thing, but like she was making it seem like he was the bad guy because he went out of his way to get this test, which I could see that being the bad thing. But I'm not saying that he was wanting to have a kid or not have a kid. Whatever reason it was, there was some reason behind him wanting to get this test, even if it was just somebody trying to be in his ear or something. But when he came back and found out that it wasn't his kid, his whatever suspicion he had was on the right trail. No matter if that was wrong of him to want to get this test or not. And the thing is, with this that I'm saying, it's crazy as hell to me to see that they were. She was mainly mad because they were, from listening to what they were talking about, was how the she wanted he wanted a divorce, and they were apparently already separated or some shit like that. But he was having to pay child support. I don't even know the full exactly everything about it, but apparently he was paying child support, and then he went ahead and got everything, and he found out that the baby wasn't his, so she was no longer able to get her child support, and she was pissed off about that. And honestly, you can. That's the thing. You can go to jail for that. You can go to jail for lying and saying that's a parent or that's the parent when it's not, and especially if you know that's not the parent. But I mean, I don't know about the full rules about it, like if you don't know or this and that. But passing off somebody else as the dad, and you know for a fact that it is somebody else's, is against the law. Now, I don't, like I said, I don't know the full rules and everything about this, but also I was still watching the more of these videos, and it was just like kind of like a little bit of a compilation of how these women were mad that just getting taken away from them, and child support should not be getting taken away from them, or they feel like they should get more child support. Then they go out and then they get the child support just ended up getting taken away from them because of what stupid shit that they said in their past or something. Because this one woman was like, "Oh well, what's the point of what am I going to do with this child support anyways? Because this child support was yes, it's meant to go for my kids, but the kids I buy everything for the kids as it is anyway, so I'm just reimbursing it back on myself, which I can understand in a sense, but at the same time, no." No, it's meant for the kids. It goes to the kids, even if you did already spend it on the kids. Spend this money for the kids. Just put it up in a savings account or some shit if you have to, so that the kids would have a something to be for their future, even if it ain't for a college fund or something. You just, in a sense, you've already got their money saved up in a way so that they can save up and do this kind of stuff, so that they can have a future started, and maybe buy their own a new house or something, or start off with something. That's something I kind of want to do personally, is like have a separate bank account. Not even talking about like having a child support or anything. I'm just mainly talking about like in general. I would like to start a bank account and put a certain amount in every paycheck and stuff, just so my kid would possibly be able to buy a house when they get older. And I'm not saying oh, I'm going to just give it to them, but I'm saying that I'm like in a way have them work for it or something. Or I've thought about a few other ways to get them to do money for example, when they get older, start making them pay rent, but I keep all the money and I don't do anything with it myself, and I give them their money back when they finally move out. And I don't know what I'm going to do personally. I just so that it's not really making them pay a high fee of rent or anything. It's just like making them have a thing to where they, if they pay the rent, it wouldn't be no more than maybe like $50 to something. Depends on the job, I would say too. But like I would keep that money aside, because I know for a fact they ain't gonna save no fucking money. But and also but this ain't even about it though. But about that, what I was just talking about wasn't even talking about what the video was mainly talking about. Because there was this one woman, she was talking about how she had 7 kids, and she was saying like, or like I wrote it down, like she was asking if she should just give up looking altogether, because all these people were talking about how she shouldn't be out here and bitching and complaining about child support and this and that and all this and that. And okay, I want to say it like this: if it's 7 baby daddies, no, well, first off, no, you shouldn't give up, because everybody deserves happiness, no matter who the fuck you are. But if your main goal is child support, that is kind of a red flag already. But then you're going to sit here and have 7 kids. If each kid was from a different baby daddy, and she was also talking about why is it so hard to find another man, especially now that she has 7 kids. And I'm over here thinking like, okay, 7 kids, and you're wondering why it's so hard. Is because first off, even if you had 1 kid, it's already going to be hard enough to find somebody else, because they're looking at like, dude, I have to deal with a baby daddy, or I have to raise somebody else's kid that ain't even mine. And I'm not saying every man is that way, but I'm saying the thought process that some men go through. Being a man myself, some shit that I've even thought about. And but I have been with women that has had kids in their past, but my personal experiences after dating this woman that had kids kind of showed me to not go after women with kids anymore, because I grew more attached to her kids than I did really with her. Because me and her, yeah, we were attached and all this and that, but at the end of the day, I had more fun with the kids. Like I was playing video games with them. I was going outside, doing this, doing that, hanging out with them, going to the pool, hanging out, doing whatever with these kids. And I let her have her time, her me time, I guess you could say. And then it ended like in a more of a like she cheated on me kind of situation, because I gave her all that free time, and then she was saying that I wasn't there for her and this and that, but I was there taking care of her kids mainly. And that's when it hurt the most, is because it hurt more the fact that I was attached to her kids more. I was willing to be there with her kids and shit, but then all of a sudden stupid shit just happened, and there was a lot more behind the scenes and shit too that I don't really give a fuck to go into detail about. But my point is, she, like, the fact that after that relationship, having that she had 2 kids, 1 boy, 1 girl, and I had fun. We all had fun playing games, doing this, doing that, and I didn't personally care too much what the kids did. Like what I mean is, like, I had fun. And then once we broke up, it didn't bother me too much that me and her broke up, especially after what happened. But the fact of the matter is, it hurt me more that I couldn't get to hang out with the kids anymore, play the games with the kids, go to their house and bring them some toy that I was excited for them to have, some candy or something, whatever it may have been. That also can be a factor too. But so let's just say that the woman that did complain about this having 7 kids, why she can't find a man, she was talking about how she can't find a man, and she was also saying that each kid come from a different dad. So that's another red flag. That's 7 baby daddies right there that you have to sit there and go through and worry about each weekend if they're going to come, and you ain't trying to start a fight with them and all this and that. And I'm like, fuck it, man. and I got to make sure that's 7 kids that I got to also feed and this and that. That ain't mine. That I got to take care of. I got to go out of my way and do this and that. And you're over here complaining about because you have all of these kids. This is also something she was complaining about, is because she has all these kids, and the what she even said, with the combined of all the child support, she is getting no more than $3,000 or something a month. And I'm sorry, like that she was dating bad. Like, depends on how much they make, depends on how much they have to pay from growing up and learning child support type shit. And she, not saying that, oh, this and that, and whatever, but she was saying, oh, I'm only making $3,000 off of child support, and with all the baby daddies combined. And okay, if that's what you're making, are you putting that back onto the kids though? And then she was talking about how she didn't even really put it on the kids. She puts it towards bills. Okay, if that's still helping the kids in a sense, because you're putting a roof over their head. Some people would look at that objectively and say, no, that's not helping the kids, because that's not for the kids. But yes, I still kind of look at it like, okay, you're helping the kids at least keep a roof over their heads. But that's where I kind of draw the line with that kind of shit. At least if you're not at least paying the bills, and I'm not talking about some credit card debt or something like that. I'm talking about the house bills that they live under. And other than that, that's as far as I go with that. Because other than buying them clothes or toys and extra foods and stuff that they want, she was talking about pretty much how she ain't got the money, and she ain't making enough to pay the bills and do this and make sure that they have this and that. And these things that she was also saying are red flags as well, in my opinion, because she's talking about how she it sounds like she's just looking for somebody that wants a daddy, a sugar daddy, somebody that can give her some fucking money just for stuff that she's talking about, or just in general, whatever it may be. But then let's also say it's all from one dad. Let's say that some scenario that these were all from one dad. Okay, that's better, but that's still 7 kids from one man. Such a short amount of time. You're very fertile. At that, after, I want to say about the fourth, I'll give you 5. That's still a lot of them, especially if you're not someone that's tied down or married or some shit. I could see maybe 5. That's still pushing it, like I said. But why ain't you got your tubes tied yet? Especially, and then you're over here talking about how you don't want to have these kids with you all the time, and then hell, I've seen women, like, you'll go out on dates, they'll gather up all the leftovers and shit. And I'm not sitting here trying to bash on this, but and then they'll take all the leftovers for the kids, or they'll ask you, hey, can you buy something for my kids and stuff? And I'm like, I don't even know your kids yet, so it's not even trying to talk shit or anything. But what else did I write? Yeah, you just look very fertile. And also they have apparently a new rules going around. If, say for example, I'm paying the child support and the kids are living at home with their mom, I would be able to file the kids on my taxes from then on, even if the kids are living with her, because I am the one that is technically providing for them. I know that but I agree with that. But at the same time, I can see where they're coming from. Like, bitch, I could see, like, well, first off, like, they're under my house, I'm providing for them and all this and that. But at the same time, there's that part of me, like, I'm giving you all the stuff that they need. All the stuff that should be for them is coming from my pocket. And yes, I do understand that you probably are taking the money from your own pocket and putting it from them, but no one asked you to do that. Like, this point, like, I'm technically paying for it. So if through child support, so if you're using the stuff that I'm supposed to help the kids with on other stuff other than helping the child, like, I'm sorry, that you're like, like, hey, I deserve my fucking payout. And also, yes, more than likely you're going to end up with a big chunk of it anyways, because the next child support every month it comes out, or it depends on the person. Might be every week, and also depends on the person. You might also have to pay alimony or some type of shit. I don't know everything, and you could say, "I'll get a prenup," but then a prenup ain't for every country. Not every country has where you can do prenups and shit. And if they do, not all places have it to where the prenups work the way it should work, and or it sounds like it would work at least. But there's just so much crap that goes on with it. But I don't know. This was just something I was watching today, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of haters and stuff especially in the comments and stuff. But if you agreed with anything I had to say, and you liked anything I had to say today, please leave a like. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead, please. I try to upload at least once a day, every day. It'd be awesome as hell to try to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. I would like to see that. And I want to say thank y'all so much, and do what you got to do when you really want to do it. Have fun with your life while you can, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get a lot of hate comments down here. So let me know.